Shirts with a squared off tail that reaches no more than 6 inches below the belt are not required to be worn tucked in, provided they are worn with an undershirt that is tucked in. This is how the rule was stated last year. I believe Mr. Looper himself was responsible in implementing the closest to the skin tuck it in rule when he was principal at Cascade High School. That was the rule that was originally adopted for the board's last year's code. It took some getting used to by the students and the teachers, but it worked well for everyone. And by everyone, I mean overweight students especially. If this rule had been enforced by administrators, they could have clearly seen whether or not students were wearing the sagging pants. Puberty is a difficult time for boys and girls. Most children aren't happy with their bodies and are more comfortable with their undershirts being tucked in. I've seen firsthand what this does to a child's self-esteem. I can't tell you the number of parents who have sent me messages, called me, stopped me in stores in town, telling me stories of how their daughters were literally crying because of how they looked in a tucked-in shirt. One girl is very athletic, a size 2, and was concerned about how her stomach looked. I'm sure as an adult you're probably thinking that this is just a waste of your time, but you really need to think back and how it was to be an adolescent and how your body was changing at that time and how you would feel to show off the parts of your body that you were most uncomfortable with. Pants, whether they're jeans or dress pants, are made with lower waists these days, especially with girls' pants. Even people with the smallest figures have problems with muffin tops. And if you don't know what a muffin top is, it's the fat that hangs over your pants right here. When you add the fact that most polos and other collared shirts are made with a tail that's not long enough to stay comfortably tucked in, these kids are constantly looking, worrying, tucking and sucking in their stomachs just because they're worried about their appearance. We are seeing a discrepancy. Principals are telling the student body and personnel that this wasn't their idea. They're doing what the school board was enforcing. And you, the school board, are telling us that this rule came, directly from the principal.